Good morning, honored graduates, Ithaca College faculty and staff, parents, friends, and family members of our graduates. Welcome to our commencement ceremony. Let us take a moment to consider this land on which we're gathered, these waters, these resources, this space to which we have various levels of access and connection. We are located on the traditional unceded homelands of the Gayakono people. The Gayakono are members of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, an alliance of 6 indigenous sovereign nations with a historic and contemporary presence on this land. The Confederacy precedes the establishment of Ithaca College, New York State, and the United States of America. We acknowledge the systems of oppression fueling the painful history of Gayakono dispossession and honor the ongoing connection of Gayakono people, past and present, to these lands and waters. To begin the celebration of our degree candidates, the procession will start with a fanfare entitled "Hate Will Not Make Us Great," composed by Morgan Lynn, class of 2027, and performed by School of Music, Theater, and Dance students Simon Stainbrook, Madison Stolarski, Kate Martin, Finney Keefe, Bowie Beecher, Lizzie Carvel, Lamar Williams, Estelle Camrus, Will Delaney, David Miller, and Lucy Montgomery. And now proceeding into the arena are our Ithaca College 2026 graduates, led by the Senior Class Executive Board. And now, please welcome our distinguished Ithaca College faculty, led by our faculty marshals, Professor Janice Levy and Professor Gladys Verona-Lacey. And now leading the platform party is our college marshal and longest-serving faculty member, Professor Patrice Pastor. Next are the trustee marshals, Professor Cindy Scheib and Professor Hugh Egan, followed by the Ithaca College Board of Trustees. Now processing to the stage are the deans of the 5 schools. followed by members of our senior administration. Honorary degree recipient Frank Kruppa. Our student speaker, Lily Chalfant. Our commencement speaker, Anna Wilkowski, class of 1995. Ithaca College Alumni Council President, Rob Engelsman, class of 2011. The Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Melanie Stein. Board of Trustee Chair, John Neeson. And now, the 10th President of Ithaca College, Dr. Lejeune Terry Cornish. Guests, friends, and family members, along with all Ithaca College faculty, staff, and administration, will you please help me recognize all the degree candidates as I ask them to stand? Will all degree candidates stand if you are able and be recognized? President Cornish, graduates and guests, Ithaca College's commencement ceremony is now convened. If you are able, please stand for the singing of the national anthem of the United States of America, sung by Ithaca College Choir.
Stripes and bright stars.
Now please remain standing as the Ithaca College Choir sings the Alma Mater.
Wow, that was awesome. Ithaca College Choir, thank you so much. Please be seated. Can you stand up again? I'm just kidding. Fellow alumni, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, members of faculty, parents, staff, and our graduating students, good morning and welcome to Ithaca College's 131st commencement. My name is John Neeson. I'm a proud member of the Ithaca College class of 1984. And I have the privilege of serving on the board of directors and also as chairman of the board. Class of 2026, today is the day you have been working hard and dreaming about for a very long time. Your journey at IC required a lot of hard work, yet through perseverance, steadfast dedication, you stand before us ready to graduate. Successfully navigating college is not something you did alone. I would like the class of 2026 to join me in thanking your families, your loved ones, your friends and supporters for the love and support that helped get you here today. If you could please also join me in offering some sincere gratitude to the IC faculty, staff for their dedication and commitment to excellence and student success, which have allowed you to thrive while you've been here on campus. Today we gather not simply to mark an occasion, but also to recognize a legacy, one that you will carry forward every day by our extraordinary alumni. By the end of this ceremony, you will join us. We are 60,000 strong, and we've been waiting for you for some time now. Across the arts, our graduates are shaping culture, telling stories that move us, challenge us, and bring us together. In media, they inform and inspire, helping us understand the sense sense of change in this rapidly changing world. In business, our alumni lead through innovation, integrity, building organizations that drive progress and opportunity. In health and sciences, I see alums are advancing knowledge, improving lives, and tackling some of the most complex challenges of our time. What unites these diverse paths is something deeper than a profession. It's a shared foundation, a commitment to curiosity, creativity, and purpose. It's a belief that education is not an endpoint, but actually a beginning. At IC, we believe preparing our students to succeed is more than just your success in your career, but how you will contribute. Our alumni embody this vision, and it's visible and profound in many ways. Their accomplishments remind us that the true measure of an institution is not only what happens on campus, but what happens when our graduates go into the world. For our alumni that are here today, your achievements inspire us. Your leadership strengthens us, and your example guides the class that is coming in 2026. And to our students and future graduates, you are now part of this story. You inherit a proud tradition and a powerful responsibility to lead, to create, and to serve. And I encourage you to lean in today. Soak in the moment. You've put a lot of work to get here. And have confidence your time at IC has prepared you for the journey that lies ahead. Ithaca will always be your second home and will forever hold a special place in your hearts and minds. On behalf of the Ithaca College Board of Trustees, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to all of you, who collectively now and forever will be known as the class of 2026 from Ithaca College. It is now my great pleasure to introduce you to the 10th president of Ithaca College, Lejeune Terry Cornish. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, John, for your warm introduction and for the support you and the Board of Trustees continue to provide to our students, our faculty, and our staff. We are deeply grateful for your leadership and your partnership. Welcome to Ithaca College's 131st commencement ceremony. You can clap. Today is a day filled with pride, gratitude, joy, and reflection. We gather to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2026 and to honor the journey that has brought each graduate to this remarkable milestone. To our families, loved ones, mentors, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, thank you for being here and for the countless ways you have supported our graduates along the way. Your encouragement, your sacrifice, your patience, and your belief in them helped make this moment possible. Now I want to take a moment to recognize and celebrate our faculty colleagues. This year, 23 members earned promotion and/or tenure, and 4 faculty members joined our emeriti community. Their dedication to teaching, scholarship, mentorship, and service continue to shape the Ithaca College experience in extraordinary ways. Please join me in thanking faculty for their contributions to our students and to Ithaca College. Now to the class of 2026. Look at you. You are beautiful. The day you have been waiting for is finally here, and so are you. Today is all about you, and you will always be very special to me. Here's why. Your first year at Ithaca College was my first year as president. Over these past 4 years, we have grown alongside one another through moments of challenge, celebration, discovery, and transformation. Just as Ithaca College has helped shape your lives, Your class has helped shape this institution during an important chapter in its history. We began this journey together, and you were my first class, so you will always have a special place in my heart. This moment we are in represents more than the completion of a degree. It reflects years of hard work, resilience, growth, discovery, and perseverance. You have successfully navigated challenges, you've embraced opportunities, and you've found ways to support one another through times of uncertainty and times of tremendous change. You have grown not only as students, but also as leaders, creators, scholars, artists, advocates. Indeed, you have become citizens of the world. Our campus theme for the year was dialogue. Over the course of the year, we explored the importance of listening deeply, engaging thoughtfully, while seeking understanding across perspectives and experiences. Dialogue reminds us that learning is not simply about speaking. It is also about listening with openness, with empathy, and with humility. At a time when our world often feels divided, dialogue calls us toward connection. It challenges us to confront difficult truths, to ask meaningful questions, and to engage one another in ways that build understanding rather than distance. As part of a tradition that began during Ithaca College's centennial year in 1992, each graduate receives a medallion inscribed with a quotation selected by the president. This year's quotation comes from writer and civil rights activist James Baldwin. It reads, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." Those words remind us that meaningful change begins with naming or admitting what we see before our very eyes, honestly and courageously. Change demands that we face challenges rather than avoid them, that we confront injustice rather than ignore it. I don't know what's going on that screen, but it must be good. That we engage others with humility and compassion, even when it's difficult. Your education has prepared you to think critically, to communicate effectively, to solve problems creatively, and to lead with purpose. But perhaps even more importantly, I pray that your education has inspired you to care deeply about the world around you and the people within it. As you take your leave today, know this: you are not simply leaving South Hill, you are launching from it. And if I can give you 3 pieces of advice, I offer you this. First, follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Second, choose truth and tell the truth, because when you tell the truth, you don't ever have to remember what you said. And third, do good and do it well, because a whole lot of people are counting on you. Wherever your journey takes you from this day forward, Ithaca College will always be your home. You will always be a part of our story, and we will always be a part of yours. From my heart to yours, congratulations. Today, we are also honored to recognize two extraordinary individuals whose lives and careers reflect the values of service, creativity, leadership, and community that Ithaca College holds dear. Last evening at our commencement eve dinner, we recognized Robert Moss with an honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree, honoris causa, in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to American theater arts, education, and mentorship. Unfortunately, Robert is unable to join us today, but we were honored to present him with his honorary degree and regalia during last night's celebration. This morning, we are privileged to recognize Frank Krupa with an honorary Doctor of Laws degree, honoris causa. Frank has dedicated his entire career to public health, community partnership, and improving the well-being of others. As Tompkins County former take your time, breathe. As Tompkins County's former Commissioner of Whole Health and Public Health Director, he led our community through the unprecedented challenges of COVID-19 with compassion, steadiness, transparency, and integrity. During a time marked by uncertainty and fear, Frank helped bring institutions, healthcare leaders, educators, and community members together through thoughtful collaboration and dialogue. Beyond his leadership during the pandemic, Frank has worked tirelessly to strengthen access to healthcare and mental health services throughout our region and to support the education and mentorship of future public health professionals. His commitment to service reflects the very values that Ithaca College seeks to instill in our graduates. I also want to acknowledge Dean Christina Moylan, whose nomination helped bring this well-deserved recognition forward. Dean Moylan recognized not only Frank's extraordinary public service, but also the profound and lasting impact he has had on our campus and broader community. At this time, I invite Frank Krupa to come forward to the podium. And I also ask Provost Melanie Stein to join me in presenting the honorary degree. Frank Krupa, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ithaca College, I am honored to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Please clap for that. On behalf of Ithaca College, you have our warmest congratulations on your accomplishments, and thank you again for sharing in this moment with our community. Once again, please join me in congratulating Dr. Krupa. It is now my honor to introduce another distinguished alumna, Anna Wilkowski, class of 1995, and our 2026 commencement speaker. After graduating from Ithaca College with a degree in finance from the School of Business, Anna built a successful career on Wall Street, including leadership roles at J.P. Morgan, before co-founding Performance Optimal Health alongside her husband, Todd Wilkowski, a member of Ithaca College's class of 1993. Over the past 2 decades, Anna has helped grow Performance Optimal Health into a thriving organization with multiple locations across Connecticut and Florida, combining strategic vision, financial leadership, and a deep commitment to helping others live healthier, more balanced lives. Along the way, Anna and Todd have remained dedicated supporters of Ithaca College and strong advocates for our students and our alumni. Anna's journey is a powerful example of what can happen when talent, purpose, resilience, and compassion come together in the service of others. Please join me in warmly welcoming Anna Wilkowski.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction. It's good to be back on South Hill. President Cornish, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Yes. I stand before you today truly honored and humbled to be chosen to give the commencement speech for the Ithaca College graduating class of 2026. When President Cornish asked me to give the commencement speech, my first reaction was complete astonishment and shock. I am not famous. I have never been on TV, and with all these reality shows, everyone seems to be on TV. I don't even have personal social media accounts like most people, so I'm not an influencer either. Why me? Her answer was simple. I want one of our own. I want someone our students can relate to. I want you to tell them your story. I see all of you today, and like me, each one of you has a story that is unique, a story filled with joy and setbacks, and a story shaped by countless people, your community, who supported you and helped you become the person you are today. I came to Ithaca College through the Institute of International Education, an institution established after World War I in 1919 by Nobel Peace Prize winner and president of Columbia University, Nicholas Murray Butler. The mission of the institution was, and still is today, to promote the educational exchange among nations through students, faculty, and experienced professionals. I still remember the day I received the phone call from the representative in Mexico, where I'm from, telling me I had been selected. I felt a rush of excitement and again, shock. I also felt scared. I will be attending college in a different country with a different culture and a different language. When I admitted my hesitation to my dad, he smiled, gave me a hug, and said, "Yes, you will encounter all those differences, but why not? You owe it to yourself to at least try." I didn't realize it at the time, but he was encouraging me to take a leap into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, and to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Cultural and language differences certainly made for some embarrassing, funny, and often awkward moments during those early days at Ithaca. I was born and raised in northern Mexico in a very strict, traditional, and formal environment where women and men are expected to behave a certain way. Some might call it old-fashioned. Men hold doors while women graciously wait, speech is measured, and manners matter. Well, after getting an up-close introduction to a few rapidly closing heavy doors, I understood I had to adapt very quickly to a more casual and relaxed collegiate environment. It was the 1990s. Flyers for Take Back the Night marches at Cornell were plastered all over campus. The phrase girl power was everywhere in pop culture. And Ithaca's own WICB college radio was playing Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and my personal favorite, REM. As you can imagine, to say that every day at Ithaca was a fascinating and eye-opening adventure would be an understatement. After some time here, and after making many close friends, it finally dawned on me that the mission of the Institute of International Education was really about something we have always known. Cultural differences aside, we are far more alike than we are different. We are students. We are students seeking academic excellence who thrive in a loving and kind environment, just like the one Ithaca College provided for me and continues to provide for all its students. As a finance major, I was a teaching assistant to the late Professor Abraham Muluguera. I was incredibly fortunate to have him as a mentor. He allowed me to assist him in creating the Center for Trading and Analysis of Financial Instruments, otherwise known as a trading room, here on campus, the first of its kind for an undergraduate institution in the United States. My involvement with this project opened the doors to many job opportunities right after graduation. In the highly competitive field of finance, it gave me an edge. I am forever grateful to the School of Business and Professor Muluguera for believing in me and for giving me that opportunity. I also took part in the London program, where I was able to complete my electives in the arts, history, and humanities. In an era of specialization, society often encourages us to focus only on technical expertise. But let me tell you, even in finance, my liberal arts education was invaluable. Effective communication skills, even in this era of AI, will never become obsolete. I am grateful. I am grateful I was required to take courses that demanded strong writing and critical thinking skills, skills I use every single day. Many of you are wondering, as I did when I graduated in 1995, now what? Back then, the chatter was about this new thing called the internet, the World Wide Web, yes, and how it would take over the world, eliminate jobs, and change society as we knew it. And yes, all of that happened, but we adapted. We learned to live with it, and even to love it. Today, we can't imagine life without it. When we arrive anywhere, the first question we ask is, what is the Wi-Fi password? Now the chatter is all about artificial intelligence, AI, and you are hearing the exact same thing. How it will take over the world, eliminate jobs, and change society as we know it. And yes, some of that will happen too, but just as we adjusted, you will too. You will adapt, you will learn to live with it and to embrace it. I have learned that it's not the survival of the fittest that matters most, but the survival of the most adaptable. And in this era of bots and AI, human connection is more important than ever. Real human connection. The one where we talk to one another and have dinners together and discuss life's greatest mysteries. Yes, that kind. I urge you to stay connected to the many friends you made here and get to know the greater Ithaca College alumni network. Stay engaged with the college. There's an immediate familiarity when we meet a fellow Ithaca bomber. We share this special place, we trust each other, we like each other instantly. It was through that engagement that during homecoming weekend in 1996, I met my husband of 27 years, Todd Welkowski. Also an Ithaca alum, Todd was a physical therapy student, athlete who, as quarterback of the Ithaca College football team, and under renowned and Hall of Fame coach Jim Butterfield, led the Bombers to not one, but 2 national championships. Yeah, go Bombers. His college experience was very different from mine, yet equally enriching and life-changing. That is another reason Ithaca College is so special. It can provide transformative experiences to students from different backgrounds with different goals. After graduation, I worked on Wall Street for several years. Later, while raising our 4 daughters, I was fortunate to help my husband launch and grow our healthcare company, Performance Optimal Health, now operating in Connecticut and Florida. Through our Ithaca connections, many alumni have become part of our company as well. The Ithaca College Alumni Network, you'll find, truly is the gift that keeps on giving. The definition of success looks different for everyone. For some, it means working for a large company. For others, owning a business. For some, building a family or something entirely different. You, and only you, get to define what success means for your life. Not your family, not society, not your friends. So define it on your own terms and go after it. And when you achieve it, and believe me, you will, pay it forward. Talk to that young person searching for answers. Offer mentorship and guidance. As the saying goes, helping others rise multiplies the joy of success. In closing, when you are presented with opportunities and unexpected changes, your initial reaction, like mine, may be doubt or intimidation. That's okay. It's human. I encourage you to embrace change. Take a leap into the unknown with faith and excitement, not fear. As a woman of faith, I find deep comfort in the words repeated so often in Holy Scripture, "Be not afraid." I wouldn't be here today if my late father hadn't said 2 simple words to me on that spring day in 1991. Why not? So leap into the unknown with courage, faith, and excitement. And when you're faced with self-doubt or fear, ask yourself, why not? Congratulations, graduating class of 2026. Go Bombers!
Thank you so much, Anna, for your inspiring and thoughtful remarks. We are grateful for your wisdom, your authenticity, and the encouragement you have shared with our graduates today. Can we give Anna another round of applause? It is now my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker, Lily Calfont, who was selected by her peers to represent the undergraduate class of 2026. Lily is a writing for film, television, and emerging media major in the Roy H. Park School of Communications. She also has minors in psychology and counseling. Throughout her time at Ithaca College, she has demonstrated outstanding leadership, creativity, and commitment to community. She has served as a representative on the Student Governance Council, worked as a resident assistant, contributed to ICTV, acted in student films, and earned recognition for her dedication to building meaningful connections across campus. Lily brings creativity, empathy, and a collaborative spirit to everything she does. And we are proud to have her represent the voice of the class of 2026 today. Please join me in welcoming Lily.
Hello, my name is Lily Chalfant, and I'm a writing for film, television, and emerging media major, which is the longest way possible to say that I've spent the last 4 years studying how people talk to each other. So, in the spirit of learning dialogue, allow me to monologue to you for the next few minutes. You might have noticed while watching a movie that characters really suck at talking to each other. Most of their issues could be solved within the first 10 minutes if they just sat down and had a conversation about the world-ending issue, or maybe what was bothering them. But instead, they communicate with glances, avoidance, and conversations filled with subtext. Dialogue in movies is structured to keep us hooked, and they do that by never getting to the point until the very end, where there's a big speech or a climactic chase scene. But if you've ever seen a movie, you know that the ending, more often than not, points to a very simple conclusion. We matter to each other. It's very rare to watch a movie with only one character, because it would be boring. Our world may be filled with algorithms and social media posts designed to convince us that everyone is living their own separate lives away from everyone else, but they're not. We're not. We stumble over our words, stutter, stammer, falter, and forget what things mean all the time. Dialogue is a learned behavior. Nobody is a philosopher, writer, or human being on their own. Because characters who are, yet aren't, like us, are terrible at communicating. We need someone to convince us to go to Taco Bell at midnight for a Baja Blast and a Crunchwrap Supreme. We need someone to tell us that the people in our group projects are, in fact, idiots. And we need someone to tell us that pudding made with butter on the periodic table in Williams 225 is the right decision, because it is funny. If you haven't seen Kung Fu Panda, I'm sorry for your loss. You now have your first assignment post-graduation, or even here, at graduation, while you're waiting for your name to be called. Just kidding, please don't do that. But if you have seen Kung Fu Panda, as I'm sure many of us previous 6-year-olds have, then you'll know about Jack Black voicing an animated panda, and of course, the Dragon Scroll. Spoiler alert ahead, but to be fair, you've had since 2008 to get on the DreamWorks train. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're me, bright-eyed, bald, bushy-tailed toddler, watching this movie and thinking it's funny. But then you get to the point where Poe has finally gotten the Dragon Scroll. When Poe asks what's going to happen when he reads it, he's told, no one knows, but legend says you will be able to hear a butterfly's wing beat and see light in the deepest cave. You will feel the universe in motion around you. Read it and become the dragon warrior. Call me illiterate, but that scroll had nothing. No words, no instructions, just his reflection. And you might be saying, Lily, it's a movie. It has a point. It's purposeful. Well, you know what? 6-year-old me didn't know that. When Poe was leaving and his dad tells him that the secret ingredient to his famous secret ingredient soup is actually nothing, I thought they were out of their minds. That's ridiculous. To make something special, you just have to believe it's special. Are you joshing me right now? I wanted an actual answer because there's no way that was it. And now, as a still sort of bright-eyed, bald, bushy-tailed 23-year-old, I get it. He's right. Might have taken me almost 2 decades, but I got there. There is no secret formula. There is no 3-act structure to follow, no perfect way to do anything in life other than self-belief and maybe some soup. If anyone tells you that they know the meaning of life or that they're certain about anything, don't believe them. It's a marketing tactic. If there's anything certain in this life, it's that everything is uncertain. We spend so much of our time questioning the meaning of things, our purpose, our strengths, our weaknesses, our identities. But in the process of trying to define these things, we forget that our lives are, by definition, undefinable, because tomorrow we will be different. In the course of our lives, we'll be asked to decide, define, and commit to identities and ideas that we'll eventually outgrow. Our social media posts may remember, but we won't, because who we are will never be certain. We are not characters in movies because we live inside the one we create every day. We learn, we grow, we regress, we try again. We'll have jobs, we'll lose jobs, we'll show up 30 minutes early and sometimes 30 minutes late. We'll be asked to describe lessons we've learned and obstacles we've overcome, and our answers will change every time because we've changed with them. When we graduate, there will inevitably be people asking us, what next? My personal go-to answer is unapologetically a nap, followed by, are you hiring? People are not jobs. You're not what we do or even what we like to do, because give it a year or two and it'll probably change. If life really were all about having or finding or getting a job, then we wouldn't have names, because then my name would be unemployed, and we can't all be called the same thing. I learned what real dialogue was in the basement of Roland Lounge with my neighbors Alex and Cassidy, where I learned that saying just one more episode really meant watching another 4. In the hallway of Terrace 3, I learned that starting a 5-minute conversation on my way to brush my teeth really meant I wouldn't be able to go to bed for another 3 hours, that I would end up agreeing to arm wrestle, leg wrestle, compare glasses prescriptions, play Beyblades, and even build a fort in the lounge with the unintentional support of Park Film Equipment. Thank you, PPEX. I learned what real dialogue was in the passing moments I took for granted, and the moments I roasted my friends or decided to keep talking to someone even when I was running late to class. I learned it in the dining hall by having conversations full of interruptions, insults, inside jokes, and internet references with people I didn't know would mean more to me than any accolade or award on my resume. Every movie tells us that the purpose of life isn't found in the cinematic or beautiful moments that make up the plot, but in the ones that are cut from the final edit and left out of the script. The ones we decide are special, with the people who make them special. If Ithaca has taught me anything, it's that meaning isn't found in the milestones, but in the moments that don't go according to plan. The ones we almost skipped, but someone convinced us to go to anyway. The moments we really didn't think would matter, until they were the only ones that did. Writing movie dialogue has taught me that characters don't find the meaning on their own, and neither can we. Dialogue only works when someone has the courage to speak, and when someone else has the kindness to listen. And that's what Ithaca has given me. Not a formula for the perfect script, or a scroll with the instructions to my destiny, but friends who showed up and stayed long enough to make the ordinary moments matter. So thank you for making my life worth remembering, and thank you for being my secret ingredient.
Thank you, Lily, for those heartfelt and inspiring remarks. Your words beautifully captured the spirit of the class of 2026, the resilience, creativity, compassion, and sense of community that have defined your time here at Ithaca College. We are grateful for your leadership, your authenticity, and the thoughtful perspective you shared with us today. Please join me in thanking Lily Chalfant once again. Now, class of 2026, it is your turn to take the stage. I'd like to invite Provost Stein to the podium to begin the reading of the names of our class of 2026 graduates.
Good morning. I'm Melanie Stein, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I am truly honored to be able to celebrate this day with our newest Ithaca College graduates, as well as with our faculty, staff, families, and friends. I will now ask the academic deans to formally present their candidates for their school's degrees. I would first like to invite the Dean of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance, Steve Ten Eyck, to the podium.
Will all the degree candidates within the School of Music, Theater, and Dance please stand if you are able? President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, be it Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Fine Arts. Candidates, please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Ten Eyck. I would now like to invite the Dean of the School of Humanities and Sciences, Claire Gleitman, to the podium.
Okay, H&S. Will all the degree candidates within the School of Humanities and Sciences please stand if you are able? President Cornish, I have the enormous honor to present these magnificent candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, be it Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Fine Arts. Candidates, congratulations, and please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Gleitman. I would next like to invite the Dean of the Roy H. Park School of Communications, Amy Faulkner, to the podium.
Parkies, you're not loud enough. Let's hear it. Will all the degree candidates within the Roy H. Park School of Communications please stand if able? President Cornish, I was also a first-year dean when this class was a first-year student, so I'm super proud to say congratulations to this class. I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree, be it the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Fine Arts. Congratulations, candidates. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Faulkner. Next, I would like to invite the Dean of the School of Business, Michael Johnson Kramer, to the podium.
All right, business. Please rise in body or in spirit. President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by the faculty for the appropriate degree of Bachelor of Science. Candidates, please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Johnson Kramer. Last, but definitely not least, I would like to invite the Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance, Christina Moylan, to the podium.
All right, HSHP. Will all the degree candidates within the School of Health Sciences and Human Performance please stand if able? President Cornish, I have the honor to present these candidates who fulfilled the requirements and who are duly recommended by our faculty for the appropriate degree of Bachelor of Science. Candidates, please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Moylan. I now have the distinct pleasure of asking our candidates to come forward and receive their diploma. The name of each graduating student will be announced as the student crosses the stage. As a reminder to families and guests, please remain seated as professional photographers are on hand to take pictures. Once all of our graduates have crossed the stage, we will hear from the president of the Ithaca College Alumni Council, Rob Engelsman, class of 2011. But first, before we begin calling names, I invite you to turn your attention to the screen for a brief video message that reflects on the significance of this day and the journey that has brought us to this celebration.
A mentor is someone with experience. They cheer you on and lift you up along the way.
Take a moment, breathe.
Okay.
Okay.
It's hard to put into words the impact that you've had on my experience at Ithaca College.
You taught me and so many others not only what makes a great leader, but also what makes a great person.
Your classes were pivotal in providing the academic foundation that first sparked my interest in this field.
Your persistence in my academia journey has inspired me. Within the storm, you've been part of the calm and reassurance.
Your influence has undoubtedly shaped me into the journalist I am today.
You have created an environment that has pushed me to be better, not just as a gymnast, but as a person.
You were the very first person on this campus to believe in me.
Every student journalist deserves an advisor like you.
Stepping into your class was a breath of fresh air. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me.
Thank you for being a piece of my puzzle.
Thank you for preparing students like me for the next chapter.
Thank you for everything.
That was really nice. Thank you.
Oh. What I have to say back to you, Brendan, is you took advantage of everything that an Ithaca College experience can offer.
You set amazing examples for your teammates.
You bring this scintillant energy. Yeah, you shine.
I've gotten to see you become the person who has provided opportunities for other students. It has been really incredible.
You've worked so hard. You've kept that center the whole time, and here you are.
I hope that the students who come after you see the work that you've done and try to emulate it.
This learning and teaching journey is reciprocal indeed. And I can't wait to see what you do.
I'm really proud of you, and I appreciate you so much. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
So sweet.
Banit Pukrambam.
Maria Eduarda Carvalho Formoso.
Megan Catherine Medina.
Asia Yvonne Nairi Lewis. Lily Nicole Chalfant. Emma Rose Hines. David Farnsworth. Andrew William Levin.
Riley Suzuki. Eden Drew Seskin.
Megan Louise Bush. Caden Eugene Hawkins.
Corinthia Washington. Julia Nilsson Wolf.
Omolola Adewale.
Jason D. Serrano.
Isaac Ensel. Marcelina Emilia Cumiega. Isabella Catarina Santos Lima Bastos.
Yasmin Chloe Ramos Kuczynski. Letícia Rebelo de Oliveira.
Malaya E. Fluellen. Taz Francis Tucker Foreman. Iceland Teresa Grayson.
Elena Salzberg. Gabrielle Marie Rubino. Noah Mateus Schuster. Alexander Raymond Ross. Wyatt McDaniel. Joseph Napolitano.
Matthew Adam Lakshin.
Noah Arfo McKibben.
Atticus Jackson.
Lauren Carla Sturm.
Rua Grace Fay. Jonna Rose Izzo. Miley Elizabeth Charsky.
Michaela Jolene Savageau. Annabella Louise Stevens.
Matthew Thomas Doherty. Jenna Juliana Johnson. Carly Ann Congela. Zachary Fogelman. Lauren Michelle Fonseca.
Timothy Paul McCall.
Trevor Furman.
Nicholas Robert Hunter Stein.
Alexia Chan. Elliot House Kelly. Flynn Emery Davidson.
Oak R. Wying.
Ariana Desiree Monet Clark. Amanda Lee Krugman. Brienne Z. Banghart. Elizabeth Columbia.
Maple Webster Ben David.
Dylan R. Beldock. Diana C. Lazo. Jack J. Byrne. Lydia Grace Hummel. Alexandria Chase Atencio. Madeline Sarah Block. Kaylee Elizabeth Dwyer.
Abigail Frances Regan.
Madeline A. Barrows.
Anessa Rilski.
Mateo Francis Danello. Joseph Paul Costa.
Nathan Mullen.
Elena Brooke High.
Rishab Sen. Prakriti Panwar. Vivian Shayna Rose. Christopher J. Patterson. Sydney Terfloat. Suryash Malviya. Orpheus Tulloch.
Sam Levy.
Walter G. Ray.
Viviana Sandra Beckford.
Henry W. Zakara.
James Mogwin.
Jermaine A. Ellis. Adriana Maria Geraldo.
Olivia Rose Malak.
Patrick Richard Johnson. Benjamin Braverman. Eric Catherlary.
Robert John Mateski.
Owen Henry James.
Callum David Clayton Woodhouse.
Charles Leo Boucher. Carly Elizabeth Dixon.
Matthew Christopher Thompson. Chike Avery Nazianya.
Daniel Lloyd Irwin. Yanlin Gao.
Xin Yi Jin.
Owen M. Keefe. Noah Darling.
Joshua D. Persaud. Blake Thomas Rossiter.
Connor William Foley. Daniel Leibowitz. Carly Elizabeth Howard. Jessica Michelle Lopez.
Ava Ella Rayo. Caitlin Mary Murray. Sydney Grace Spring Miranda. Haley Isabella Petrucci. Kaylin Ruth Winkleblack.
Aiden Michael Culver. Aiden Leviton Gar. Matthew Kinney.
Aiden H. Robe. Elias Blake Wood.
Mason Detrani.
Ethan Rivas.
Simca Kobernick Pollock.
L. Schumacher.
Jack Cabot.
Ken Walls.
April Cascante. Hope Abigail Byers. Samson Elijah Brotman. Asher B. Davis.
Allison Michelle Walsh.
Miles Engel.
Elliot O'Connor. David Wazana. Donovan Avery Red.
Brady Anderson. Ashan Anthonis Chandrasena. Mia Fillion. Quincy Francis Fireside.
Thomas C. Wolosinski. Adam Mocho.
Matthew Jeffrey Anderson. Aiden James Laughlin. Benji Langley. Agustina Belendoso. Mariana Contreras.
Violet E. Sachs. Margot Malay Pouliot. Elijah W. Schenk.
Eli Brown. Jonah Matthew Brainerd. Michael Roy Bernardi.
Sienna Virginia Scott.
Mikhail Joseph Lopakine.
Derek Joseph Napoli. Elise Magrisso.
Alexander James Blakely.
Zoe Evelyn McCartney.
Edward Cruz.
Mateo Gabriel Macrina. Dominic Michael Petrucci.
Nora Hernandez. Brennan George Feeney. Sarah Therese Bonner.
Anthony Abraham Zena.
Maureen S. Doherty. Ezra Aydin.
Sophia Therese Spring. Harlequin Sullivan. Hal Rose Ogazalek.
Daniel Jack Sikela.
Xander Viola. Carly Sue Pendleton.
Emma Chunky. Madeline Grace Andress.
Mark Slaymaker. Holly Malene Mack.
Ave S. DeSalvo.
Kylie Marie Will. Jane Cameron Pfeiffer.
Christopher Ronald Junior Hoffarth.
Preston Tompkins.
Mia Rose Chaujanemi. Morgan L. Hampton. Emmanuel Abera Harvey.
Patrick Monahan. John Clancy Rocco.
Kelly Lynn DeMayo.
Nicole Marie Meshi. Angel Quezada.
Tarek Gambari.
Hudson Tao Volpe.
Cameron R. Guardino. James Cataliato. Ryan Forbidusi.
Sarah Caroline Rogers.
Caitlin A. Laubenstein. Dylan Feigl.
Vera Shegolev. Lennon E. Zich.
Bailey Francis Fensterer. Becca Laurie.
Sabrina Miwa Yanagihara.
Maya L. Fitzgibbons.
Rachel Robinson.
Helen Masira Hartney.
Kate Elizabeth Starren.
Cecilia Labonte. Gemma Margarita Colasanti. Samantha Gallagher. Brandy Landis.
Emily Mary Murphy. Emma Lynn Thorne. Hope Kendall Oliveira.
Kai Marie Linky.
Nora Cecile Polonsky. Ryan Eileen Tanner.
Rami Kianu Kayed. Andrew James Kusek. Riley Zane Donnellan.
Bryson Shawl. Afek Shalem. Nathaniel Wakeoff. Miles James Ryan.
Gustav Bauerle. Jared E. Kresnove. Trevor Griffiths.
Jack Walker. Andrew James Warren.
Lily Ann Cody.
Lee T. Stevens Naturale.
Phoebe Addison Hosford. Caitlin Emmy Eclay. Jocelyn Cote. Gavin Thomas Keller. Jaden Jimenez.
Ella Winter Pemberton. Funmi Omotosho. Ellie Marie McCarthy. Eliza Shea Salus.
Jeffrey Liu. Sonora Cohen Ryder. Isabella Boleyn Fitzpatrick Dandria.
Andrew Henry Poma. Elliot Michael Schenk.
Victoria Maureen Hunt. Alicia Lee. Claire A. Ballinger. Liliana Collins.
Cameron Alexandra Struess.
Delaney Rain Jacobson.
Grace Vanderveer.
Natalie Grace Barrett. Kelly Lynn Cyan.
Hannah Pitts. Parker Nicole Thibodeau. Michael Allen Sayer.
Brian Barrett Lear.
Augustin James Nocera.
Leah Davies Golick. Siddharth Desai. Ayan Lancy.
Siddharth Reddy Vada.
Carlos Alberto Angeles Hernandez Jr.
Jack Thomas Violi.
Aslan Sharipov.
Abdullah Farouk. Kennedy May Eileen Leylon.
Tyler R. Wallach.
Michael Tristan Fisher. Bert Glowacki. Paris Agiomavridis. Caitlin Rachel Hunt. Clara Cooney.
Emma Elizabeth Pasco. Meredith Teresa Warape.
Caleb Matthew Kakowski. Cody Joseph Aquesta.
Madison Ann Shriver.
Samantha Funk.
Madeline Redding. Sammy McFall. Faith Marini. Adina Karen Roth.
Alexis Victoria Brown. Brett Anthony Jeremiah. Keenan James Jackson. Gianna Marie DeFilippo. Tyler Damian Long. Shannon Victoria DeFeo. Brianna Marie Yankowski. August Sollenberger Donato.
Spencer Trey Tushore Thorne.
Ryan Douglas Johnson.
Michael Matesian.
Bridget Aaron Doherty. Rory Bridget Cassidy. Luca Bain.
Margaret Mary Schluth. Emily Jane Seeley.
Bridget Burns. Ana Isabel Gavilanes. Casey Marie Kohler.
Jake Rude.
Haley Kathleen Goodwin.
Anne Raymond. Jamie K. Serena Gillies Smith.
Riley Abigail Broderick. Sydney Lattimore.
Cassandra Marie Skeel.
Alexis Jasin. Isabella Rose Olivia Fusco. Ava Margaret DeTore.
Sophia K. Rosas. Devin Elizabeth Sylvia. Reese Ellie Rugamer.
Jude Graham.
Ezra Antonio Ramos.
Pierre James Field.
Peyton Elizabeth Romance.
M. Levine.
Evran J. Miller.
Claudia Renee Homsky. Jonathan Eric Bishop. Nanita Aisatu Gapud Tressler. Alina Buonaconti.
Nathan Rodriguez.
Ethan L. Dadabo. Reed David Bailey. Jack Dylan Collier.
Jaden Tyler McClellan.
Matthew Curtis.
Sean James Minnick. Lucas Orlovitz.
Colin Patrick Dunn.
Ryan Max Nieskens. Thomas Mauro.
Saeed Hansim Galloway. Ella Lucille Hamilton.
Maria Paz O'Connell. Nathan Abraham Nizinski.
Connor Joseph Kearns. Eve Alexandra Bergen Armstrong. David Andrew Castro. Christian Stephen Grado.
Timothy O'Dowd.
Kara Ann Brennan.
Catherine C. Dog Plizga.
Ari Klawans.
Jonathan Reed Vale II. Selkie Rosella. Catherine Winter. Isabella Paul. Raina M. Wallens. Hannah Rose Martinez.
Logan Elizabeth Brasacchio.
Joy Lillian Peterson.
Jessica Savannah Good. Delaney Grace Jose.
Kaylee Catherine Milligan.
Elizabeth M. David. Bryn Elizabeth Blaze. Nina Aurelia Andrade.
Taylor Violet Marie Rice.
Casey Edwards. Isabella Victoria Bogue. Anna Fluler.
Jordan Rice.
Anastasia Bauroth. Grace Alfieri. Claire Margaret Johnson.
Anushri Sukumaran.
Simone Bilic. Nina Faye LaRusso.
Axel Mitchell.
Mette Anais Arsheim. Jade Ferrante. Robin Jensen Tode. Miles N. Delmas. Christopher Brown. Matthew Bilodeau.
Joshua William Relier. Joey Turner. Logan C. Raniere.
Jasmine Kimi Gallion. Victoria Burke. Leela Lee.
Connor Smith. Colin Martin. Colin James Mott. Andrew Kim Lasher Silverman. Zachary Edward Todd.
Robert George.
Sophia Joyce Solarino.
Sabrina Page Boyle. Aaron Eastwood. Justin Andrew Antonucci. A.J. DeSpirito. Brett Hunter Atkin. Jace Ryan Appleblatt. Ari Cohn Shepin. Skylar Page Fidel.
Katrina Lynn Wayner.
Sabrina Shayna Chung.
Elise J. Nelson. Jasmine Pancharoan. Nora Elizabeth Seaschultz.
Emma Judith Bell. Caitlin Grace Agro.
Ruth Dylan Hines. Chloe Wiederhorn. Charlotte Zillenek.
Sophia Eileen Korneman. Claire Licona.
Destiny Saint-Agathe Faure. Cisco.
Ethan Andrew Cantor. Sydney Bedoya. Jaden Castro.
Ryan Machado Oliveira.
Sid Chow Honeywell.
Daniel Alejandro Mendez. Cash Coleman Regan.
Zane J. Cotmel. Ayman B. Aldabiani. Luis Antonio Cruz III. Alexis Arias. Yeri de Jesus Benitez Carvajal. Aramis Blue Irizarry. Garen Ohigo Igo. Zanija L. Coleman Northern. Dominic Dana.
Roberto Christopher Melchor. Liam J. Nelson.
Seamus Buford. Sarah Bowker.
Trevor Mason Parker.
Carson Lust.
Michael David Townsend. Ava McGee Nicoletti.
Aoife Olive Hardigan.
Allison Kathleen Mahoney.
Abigail Cecilia Lang. Shane Deani Featherstone.
Carla Vanessa Uchelo Escobar. Lauren Victoria McFarland. Mara Julia Shapovich. Louis Greta Grace Pedersen. Rhiannon Strazizar. Annika Weinberger. MJ McLaughlin. Samantha Ellen Grace Smith. Cameron Griggs Strong.
Alexa Elizabeth Clements Butenko.
Hannah Kathleen Wagner. Erin Catherine Wilkinson.
McKenna Grace Leask. Catherine Elizabeth Kummerer. Emily Elizabeth Ferencik.
Stephen Thomas Sassano.
Emma Cecilia Chank.
Cameron Eileen Elizabeth Mercer. Abraham Ferguson Selby.
Gregory Andrew.
Leona Hanya Sankarom.
Minty Ha. Leslie Lachelle Duncan.
Caitlin Elizabeth Wagner.
Ben Damsky.
Ben Sherburne. Benjamin Rothschild,
Alex Cochran, Charles James Grant,
David Rossman,
Joseph Brenner, Harrison Daniel Chinchar, Tessa Dill, Jordan Heitovik,
Nicholas Joseph Polisi, TJ Skoyetz, Victoria Schechter,
Madeline Rose Connor, Victoria Catherine Hollerbach, Allison Page Loth, Elora Faye Coons, Amanda Janet Hausman,
Christopher Vincent Rakeman,
Abby Caitlin Harrison, Liam Daniel Carney, Leah Elizabeth Kilkenny,
Elias Christopher Orphanides, Peter Bennett Stenberg,
Nicole Amalie Galicia, Tom Bousted, Eli Jort, Samantha Claire Armstrong,
Cameron Stanford,
Cass Masaley,
Aiden P. Zukowski, Paul J. Narkowicz,
Hannah Madeline Bradley, Brett D. Beamer,
Ari Odeski,
Julian Arthur McAvoy Champlin,
Charles Nathaniel Stearns IV, Jake T. Rainsford, Harrison Alexander Quinn, Jada Lee Mentier,
Brianna Lillian Crystal,
Haley Livia Russell,
Grace Teresa Berlin, Fiona Grace Fedorochko, Becky Klein, Marlena Patricia Bellucci, Cassidy James Beeman, Nicholas Graham Hoff, and Farai Aishan Benjamin Jr. Zoraida Lucia Cabalceta,
Andrea Rodriguez, Eliza Jane Walther, Avery Elizabeth McPeak,
Celeste Eva Lukashevitz, Adriana O. Lee.
Grace Victoria Murray.
Corey Yongxia Foster. Trinity Cheyenne Bellamy. Julia Teresa Di Benedetto. Emily Elizabeth Kabuski. Sienna Blake.
Naya Alexandria Rollick. Bianca Vonout.
Calvin N. Lapierre. Maria Lily Lesser.
Grace Mian Rankel.
Chloe Ann Farco. Isabella Mia Joyner.
Abigail Geneva Thomas. Grace Elizabeth Young. Lily Blaze Suckamil. Maya Blue Rubin. Anya Ruth Weinreeb. Natalie Robinson.
Jonah Halpin Baresi.
Nathaniel I. Shears.
Maria Gribenkina.
Matthew Mackay Williams.
Lorianne Jonelle Armstrong. Noeline Amba Luyindola. Abdul Mumin Bawumia.
Jaina Simeon.
Katie Hayes.
Faith Tomasula. Katya Lee Mursky. Anushka Sharma. Leo M. Maring.
Raquel Hatch.
Danny Stanton.
Danielle Nicole Ahrens.
Giancarlo Messina.
Benjamin Milton Gassell. James S. Botting.
Brendan Noon.
Hank Joseph Jennings. Nicholas Peter Danino.
William Thomas Wood, Jr.
Joseph Anthony DeFalco.
Raphael Dean Milburn.
Isaiah Joseph Gordon. Timothy Michael Anzalone. Dean A. Grimes. Celia Cows.
Rowan A. Melling.
Claire Rebecca Kobitz.
Sophia Alexis Singer. Catherine Marin Tobias. Emmeline Oakley Robinson. Bryce Charles Williston. Annerling Martinez.
Jackson Lay. Brianna Faith Anonio. Ariana Aguirre. Jameson J. Hart.
Alexis Ann Ward. Zachary C. Ryan. Christopher Tassone.
Nora Grace Abshire.
Stella Jane Murwald. Charlize Intiamoa Larby. Layla Titikpina.
Chloe Emma Goldberg. Sienna Hope Bieber. Maddie Kim. Bradley Bennett.
Maxwell Hunter Marshall. Jonah San Angelo. Tyler J. Magnus.
James Anthony Lubrano.
Gabriel Francis McDonald.
Noah Abraham.
Mason David Smith.
Lucas K. Groberio.
Charles Barron Schaff. Nicole Sutera.
Caroline Lovett Buell. Eleanor Alice Babbitt.
Ella Painter. Kaylee Marie Puckey. Francesca Maria Tisoni. Sidra Violet Minkoff.
Sydney Casey.
Frankie Valens. Carson Liam Merzinski. Ashlyn Rose Richardson.
Samuel Anthony Catapon. George Sebastian Bailey.
Malaika Menezes. Paulie Rabinowitz.
Jacob A. Helt. Hari Najee Bolden. Jillian Cretella,
Lindsay Walker, Lisam Rose Regensburg, Andrew Hunter Roberts,
Ryan Francis Collins, Jason Gertzman,
Liam Patrick McDermott, Vinny M. Rolla, Andrew John Monahan, Alexandra Sasha Gabriel Roter, Theodore Charles Pribulik,
Aaron Brady, Chloe LeBeau, Taryn Lynch, Melanie Rose Gowdy,
Bria Petrella, Ryan Joseph Yu, Sean Donovan Weller, Seth Michaud,
Los Guzman, Sadie Marie Ackley, Stafford Paul Corradini, Owen Thomas Liacano, Dylan William Thomas Grimm,
Ella Nicole Padilla,
Paige C. Harvey, Cheng Y. Chiang,
Osleen Leila Vanyanba, Ninjan Tumurbat,
Ruth Ada Ayambem, Winifred Ezenwada, Ava Jane Goff, Katia Kelly, Leo Generina Grogan, Ease D. Brown, Frankie Bonanno, Larissa Heckmer,
Angela Murch, Natalie Joanne Nelson,
Lauren Bruck,
Claire Vanacker, Caitlin Victoria Odell,
Maya Lynn Brewster,
Eleanor Holly Patterson,
Catherine Elizabeth Hummel,
Lindsay Marie Mazzina, Zara Makawi,
Caroline Marie Hickey,
Kate Rose Rubenstein. Audrey Joan Taylor.
Haley Maria Kleizak.
Lindsay Merritt.
Nellie Grace Cordy.
Nicholas Sidney Ramon Smith. Bradford Aidan Reed. Will Vetter.
Colin K. Llewellyn.
Jack Robert Miller. Artie Paul.
Nathan Carl Gershberg.
Anthony Wallace. Abigail Porter. Sammy Meyer. Silas Sean Peters. Danielle Yamashiro.
Sasha Culver.
L. Wilcox.
Claire McDonough Jordan.
Reese Ruby Marin. Sonia Mlakar.
Gavin F. Highland. Nathan Ryder Cooperman.
Teddy Yo. Brady M. Santon.
Joseph Carrero. Hunter Edward DeYoung.
Megan Moriarty.
Rowan Keller Smith. Grace Gonud.
Amanat Jolie Sellers.
Evelyn Dale Butterworth. Madeline Delaney.
Nora Danielle O'Grady.
Bridget Ingalls Altland. Ella Megan Graper. Karina Rose Garcia.
Lauren Elizabeth Russell. Sarah Elizabeth Rose. Elena Vandemark. Ella Faye Rich. Xavier Lukeland Pommels.
Brian John Bienis. Ryan Galka. Michael Galka. John Michael Hecht.
Isaias Torres.
Cosmo Patrick Damiani.
Conrad K. Parker. Willa D. Sarcone.
Elke Ann Beaumont. Hunter Thomas Dower. Matthew Brian O'Leary Jensen.
Maxwell Dickinson Mignogna. Angelo Sinapi Jr.
Kieran Jack Brown. Kyan Long. Ryan Joseph Cook. Naomi Fry. Emma E. Kidd.
Ava Blair Palfreyman.
Allison Taylor Brown. Angela Lisa Cioffi.
Megan Ann McNeely. Allie Marie McCabe.
Kaylin Rose Fernandez. Alessandra Ruth Vitina Amari.
Timothy Michael Rogers.
Andrew Samuel Benjamin.
Cole Michael Turner. Maxwell James Warren.
Dean Michael Klotz.
Andrew Jeffrey Menard. Brendan Patrick Okino.
Jared Borken.
Gregory Zygmunt Schilluck III.
Cullen Adams. Samuel Evan Baker. Chris Philip Closewey. Jace Docks. Jack Cheney. Ethan Lewis Odrid. Danielle Jade Lopez. Emma Lenhard.
Logan Alexander Marquez.
Cheryl Ann Catherine Garrett. Isabella Cruz. Charles Chipman. Piper Jaden Davis. Stephanie Lujansky. Samantha Nicole Baker. Christian Canete.
Myla Taina Ventura. Sarah Grace Payne.
Lujane M. Abdullah. Maddie Arpin. Sydney Dahlia Jacobs.
Anna Margareta Miller.
Natalie Kate Bryan.
Bailey Ann McDonald. Ashley Catherine Vandenbroek. Ian Joseph Shea. Samuel Peter Shea. Sophia N. Ortiz.
Jack Michael Butler. Cyrus Edlund Farsad. Carter Joseph Sigan. Thomas Joseph Cronin.
Evan Mandel.
Jalen Daniel Bolton Steiner. Jamie S. Falkovich.
Benjamin Swackhammer. Julia Elizabeth McGuigan. Caitlin Rose Smith.
Mari Kikwe Kodama. Caleb Kaufman. Elena Noel Lindemann.
Maya Rosenthal.
Matthew David Horniak.
Arthur Leo Vavjinyak. Eden McDowell. Kai Wilhelm Philipp Wagner. Catherine Ann Oliver.
Samantha Riley Burns. Matt Barraquette. Brendan Joseph Brzezinski. Samantha Willow Lewis. Chelsea Taylor Friedland. Noel Craig.
Ella Victoria Meoli. Paloma Adriana Letitia Tejas.
Kendra Blanchat Stupinas. Melanie Ann Heim. Emma A. Hogan. Lucy V. Hogan.
Emma Thomas.
Charlotte Mary Fagan.
Sophia Monella. Ava Gillespie Pennell. Flora Alice Pearson.
Audra Helene Fitzgerald. Sarah J. DiLorenzo. Sofia Isabella Bartolomeo. Carolina Anastasia Alves. Emma Barso.
Lila Delphine Moeller. Asata Rain Jones Rothblatt.
Nathan James Connors. Ella Katarina Hansen. Maggie Childers. Andrea Lisbeth Perez Chavez. Johanna Dull.
Justice Mandy Vo.
Lee Kreshtool. Lauren Elizabeth Lehau. Isabel Grace Creaser. Malcolm Davies Alexander.
Jackie Vickery.
Tallulah Eve Anderson. Gabriel Bienes.
Eve Kelly McDougall. Alethea Presswala.
Cormac Boardman Abbey.
Jada Bell Miller. Antonio Nunez. Annie Rose Nicolaus.
Daisy June Bulger.
Anita Margaret Preuss. Natalie Munoz.
Luke S. Horkler. Nicole Jane Allen. Marin Lent.
Emma Caitlin O'Brien. Mattie Eve Eng.
Dylan Quinn Albert. Lawrence Winston Brady Jr. Paul Uijun Lee. Joshua Minyoung Chung. Gianni Bo Del Forno.
Cole Wissing. Jack Thomas McCarthy.
Nathan F. Kylan. Bryce Courier.
Kai Jeffrey Warner.
Esteban Baltodano Jimenez.
Bryce Martin.
Taylor Marie Borash. Meredith Hirschman. Connor Boothroyd.
Zachary Frederick Vogel. Oliver Gia. Nyla Elise Robotham.
Esther Sionmi Hong.
Ava Jane Speck. Allison Page Magistro. Alexandra Evridiki Vlahakis. Brenna Lynn Metavir.
Olivia Marie Matthew Bates Kaufman.
Sherzad Ravshanov. Noah Allen Robinson. Sunny Morin. Benji Turansky. Catherine Soker.
Elizabeth Ferrara. Evelyn Balzer.
David Miller.
Emma Dessereau.
Annabella Charlotte Mars. Hannah Robin Rooks. Mary Townsend. Simon Anthony Tolan Stainbrook. Alan Zimmerman. Peter Brandon Morales.
Alexander Lee Burke.
Mackenzie J. Van Voorhis. Marisol McDowell.
Valerian Connor. Zoe Galgozzi.
Liliane Lemary.
Cordelia Gilbert McLaughlin. Molly Louise Heichel. Caroline Marie Armistead. Natalie Fadlon. Zachary Lawrence. Ian Hawks. Molly Dubner.
Rachel Christine Summers. Jackson Alexander Yagi.
Jalil A. Bowen.
Jacob Romanowski. Chase Michael Sposito. William Richardson III.
Jay Carpinello.
Brendan Thomas Stapleton.
Trot Kenneth Lair.
Hayden Tyler Richardson. Joshua Miles. Ryan T. Riley. Brandon Zachary May. Connor James Moshorn.
Patrick E. Gill.
Ryan Alden Watson. James Albert Mullavey IV. John Ramsey. Michael Anthony Mai.
Joshua Aiden Bank. Thomas Patrick Kramer. Ryan Michael Burns. Caroline Mary Brinkle. Molly Rose Hurley.
James David Thompson. Rihanna Nadine Trika.
Reese S. Abrahamson. Anne Elizabeth Leach.
Brenna Eve Schoenfeld.
Eliza Florence Bolero. Bijou Alexandria Joaseus. Grant John Fuquay Croson. Riley J. Israel.
Sadie Mickelson.
Dina Chen.
Connor Thomas Smith.
Lucas Fiore Hibbert. Sophie Berger.
Theo Vincent Rowe. Dominic Starr Padilla. Finley Maris Ronan.
Olivia Alexandra Barreiro. Abigail Cunningham. Katie Elizabeth Knight.
Noelle May Whipple. Madden Grace McLeod.
Oliver Alex Canales Greenwood. Tanner Michael Foley.
Jet Wonka. Mia Gloria Nardone.
Fern Holston. Micah James Frazier.
Reagan Heather Witt.
Sophia Sunmay Deal. Alex Liebman.
John Patrick Sharkey. Olivia Loretta Stemp. Annabelle Benavides Pimenta Veloso.
Spencer Ellis. Camilla Hill.
Leah Wildman. Janae Michelle Reed. Sarah Shenman.
Ethan Benjamin Beer.
Abigail Savigny.
Rachel Larson.
Olivia Morgan Marker.
Sarah Elizabeth Jorgensen.
Mia Claire Wong. Sophia Dorothy Renault. Emma Santiago.
Adrian Lee Bates. Joseph C. Bovasso. Megan Grace Barone. Fiona Kreisman. Logan Johnson.
Julian Risby. Matthew Weaver.
Well, before I officially confer degrees, I would like to introduce our last speaker of today's ceremony. Please welcome the president of the Ithaca College Alumni Council, Rob Engelsman.
Class of 2026, congratulations! You are now mere moments away from officially graduating. But before you reach the pinnacle of your time here, I want you to take just a few seconds and think back to a specific moment from the beginning of this journey. At some point, probably during your first semester here at IC, you found yourself exploring downtown Ithaca. Maybe it was a really nice day, or there was a band you liked playing at the State Theater, or maybe it was just Applefest. Whatever the reason, you were downtown. And when you felt ready to head back to campus, you probably stood on the edge of the Commons next to Viva, looked to your right, past the bus stop and the Marriott, and thought to yourself, you know, that hill doesn't look so bad. Maybe this is the day I'll try walking back up South Hill to campus. You know, that walk from the Commons to the base of campus is only about 1.2 miles, and it's only supposedly about 500 feet of elevation. But when Ithaca is having a sneaky humid day, like today, or even on a cooler night, or if you've just had one too many adult beverages at Lot 10 before loading up on pizza and deciding to walk, if you've done any of those things, the walk can feel much longer and much steeper. It was probably around maybe Columbia or Hillview when you realized that getting up South Hill was no small feat. And by the time you made it back to your dorm, you were likely cursing the fact that you had the hubris to think it would be easy. Since then, you've applied yourself diligently to figure out how to better manage that uphill climb. You've borrowed people's cars. You became a TCAT convert. Perhaps you started making it a point to stop halfway for a break at a friend's house off campus. Or maybe you even moved halfway down the hill yourselves. Or for some of you, it just became easier through repetition, putting one foot in front of the other to confront it head on. Regardless of how you handled it, once you knew what the journey was like, you found ways to mitigate its challenges, and eventually that big hill felt much, much smaller. Hopefully we're starting to get the metaphor here. In a few moments, you're gonna officially be summiting South Hill for the last time, and tomorrow, you begin a climb that is much steeper and much longer. There will be moments in the near future where you'll probably feel like you did that first time walking back up the hill to campus. It's gonna be hard. There will be twists and turns, and unlike Ithaca, there won't always be a therm sign to greet you when you're near the top. Go Therm. But I have good news as well. There are over 70,000 alumni of Ithaca College that have made the walk uphill you're about to make. We uniquely understand the value of your multifaceted liberal arts education, the experiences that you've had outside the classroom, and how to put that combination to work to help you summit the next mountain you climb. Our alumni community is full of doers, makers, performers, teachers, and entrepreneurs that are eager to help, mentor, and guide you. And we'll do all of it happily because we've been there before and we know the way up. So make sure to sign up for the alumni website. Join us at happy hours and networking events across the country. Stay involved with IC and your fellow alumni on social media because walking uphill is better with friends. You now have 70,000 of them alongside you. No matter what mountain you climb from here, remember that Ithaca is forever. Congratulations from your fellow alumni, and welcome to the family.
Thank you, Rob. Graduating students, I invite you now to take a deep breath. Look around. Fix your thoughts and emotions in this moment so that you will be able to recall them. You made it. Will the candidates for all undergraduate degrees in the class of 2026 please stand? Let's do this. By the authority vested in me by the Ithaca College Board of Trustees and the New York State Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended by the faculty, with all rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. And now, I invite each of you to join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left in symbolic commemoration of graduation. Congratulations, class of 2026.
This concludes our formal program. Graduates, please remain in your seats until the platform party and faculty leave the stage and the ushers release you row by row to exit the A&E Center. Please join us in the Campus Center Quad for refreshments and a time to meet with your dean and faculty. Thank you for being a part of our 131st Ithaca College Commencement celebration.